Hello everyone! Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening po sa lahat. Hello everybody! Kumusta po? Happy New Year everyone! It's 2025 na po. It's the new year. I hope everyone had a great new year. So anyways, for this video po, I'm going to explain lang something about the K1 visa. May nag-comment kasi sa akin, one of my videos, may nag-comment, and I decided na i-explain ko na lang siya through a video kasi I've got a lot of messages about this. Some of them nasa TikTok ko, and then the rest are like, na-explain ko siya sa live or nagtatanong sila sa TikTok, and then I've got messages about this or comments dito po sa mga video ko. If you're a K1 fiancé visa filer, you might find this very helpful kasi hindi rin lahat alam ito. Not a lot of people know very well about this. But anyways, ma-explain ko lang siya para at least yung iba na hindi pa alam, may idea na sila. So anyways, she was asking about the adjustment of status. Kailan nga ba mag-apply ng adjustment of status? Dapat bang mag-apply ng adjustment of status? Hindi pa expired yung K1 visa? Hindi pa expired yung medical? Kailan ba dapat mag-apply ng adjustment of status? May time frame ba? May grace period ba? So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Please click the bell button po para ma-notify kayo on my next upload. Especially sa mga K1 visa filer sisters ko dyan or adjusting their status dito po sa US. You can find my videos. Go to my channel, Jai and Jerry. And then go to playlist. Sa playlist po may makikita kayong album title dyan na K1 Visa and AOS Step-by-Step Guide. So I know not a lot of my viewers relate to this topic, but I still hope that you will watch these videos, or you can skip this one and then watch my other videos as well, my day-to-day life po dito sa US. So yes, please do not skip this video. Do not skip any part of this video para po maintindihan ninyo kung ano po yung i-explain ko sa inyo. For those who doesn't know me, my name is Jai. I am originally from the Philippines, but I live now in Florida. I got here through a K1 fiancé visa. And right now, I am a green card holder under 2 years conditional po. Lahat po yan DIY process or do it yourselves. It's been a while since nag-content ako ng about K1 visa. So it's about time. Hinintay ko talaga yung time na ito para makapag-update naman about K1 fiancé visa. And since it is 2025, ang dami na pong mga changes, ang daming mga updates sa visa ngayon. So please, mag-subscribe na kayo if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Mag-subscribe na po kayo para hindi kayo huli sa balita. I will be uploading more videos about K1 visa and adjustment of status soon. Especially na 2025 na, and uupo na po yung bagong presidente. Right now, ang dami na nangyayari. So, anyways, yes, just a disclaimer, I am not affiliated with any government agency nor working as an immigration attorney. I am not a professional or a legal expert. I'm only sharing based on my personal experience po. These are all from my personal experience as a DIY filer, do-it-yourself, K1 visa filer, and adjustment of status filer. Ako lang po lahat nag-gather ng documents, nag-submit ng application ko. So I encourage everybody as well to do your own research para may backup po kayo. Kung ano yung mga nalalaman nyo or nababasa ninyo, may backup din po kayo. Always check uscis.com or .gov. Check US Embassy, check travel.state.gov, and ustraveldocs.com. Those are the official website for the US visas. Yun po. So, yung comment niya, your video is very informative po. Just a question lang. I just noticed that you have applied your adjustment of status after the 90 days of your K1 visa. May I ask lang po if it's okay to file for adjustment of status after 90 days? In addition, is there any time frame or grace period in filling it? Thank you po and have a blessed day. So, yun po yung question niya. So, the K1 visa po na na-obtain natin, yung K1 visa, na-explain ko na to sa ibang video ko, yung K1 visa na na-obtain natin, nakuha natin sa US Embassy, that's valid for 6 months, up to 6 months po, diba? Sa yung iba, 3 months lang, especially yung mga nasusputum. Hindi ka naman nasputum, valid for 6 months yan. Now, yung ibig sabihin ng validity na yan is dapat nakapasok ka na ng US bago pa yan mag-expire. So, yung validity na yan, yung validity na nasa K1 visa po ninyo is, yung K1 visa na galing sa US Embassy is your entry to the US para po makapasok kayo dito sa US. So, dapat before pa mag-expire yan, yung expiration na nakalagay dyan sa K1 visa po ninyo, dapat nakapasok na po kayo sa US before mag-expire yan. And that K1 visa is a single entry to the US. It cannot be used multiple times. Isang beses nyo lang po magagamit yan. So, ayun siya. Yun na yung K1 visa. Now, yung 90 days po ninyo, saka pa lang siya magsa-start pagdating nyo po sa US, pagpasok nyo po dito sa US, kung saang port of entry kayo, tatatakan yung mga passport po ninyo, yan po yung validity. Dapat magpakasal po kayo within that time frame, the 90 days time frame po. Yan, dapat magpakasal kayo kasi kung hindi, you need to leave the country. Kailangan nyo pong umalis sa US para hindi nyo po i-violate yung visa ninyo. No, after po ng 90 days, tapos kasal na kayo, ang mangyayari po dyan is no status na kayo dito sa US. So, wala na po kayong status. Hindi na valid yung K1, hindi na din valid yung 90 days po ninyo. So, no status na kayo. Ngayon, wala siya talagang grace period. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone knows here, correct me if I'm wrong. Pero wala akong nabasa na may grace period talaga yung pag-apply ng adjustment of status. Yung dapat kailangan talaga na mag-apply ka ganyan. Kasi napag-alaman ako dati na yung iba, after 1 year pa na nag-apply ng adjustment of status, may kilala ako dito sa US, saka pa siya nag-apply ng adjustment of status. Parang almost 1 year na yata siya dito sa US or after nung isang taon na siya dito sa US. So, ganun yung nangyari. But anyway, a lot of people that I hear, mga agencies at mga lawyer, yung sabi talaga is, the sooner, the better. So, pagkasal na po kayo, nag-apply ako ng adjustment of status after my 90 days. So, June 28 ako dumating dito sa US. Kinasal po kami September 12. So, that is like almost 90 days na po. Parang 2 weeks na lang magna 90 days, matatapos na po yung 90 days ko. And then, 1 month later, saka pa lang po ako nag-apply ng adjustment of status. I do have a timeline of when I applied for my adjustment of status and hanggang natapos po yung adjustment of status ko, ilang months po yung adjustment of status ko. So please check this video. So, after 90 days na po ako nag-apply, yung iba naman, akala nila na dapat valid pa yung K1 visa mo at saka yung 90 days mo or yung I-94 mo, dapat maka-apply ka na ng adjustment of status. Parang hindi po siya ganyan. Dapat nga daw po, sabi nila, ipalagpas mo muna, patapusin mo muna yung 90 days saka ka mag-apply ng adjustment of status. So, yung iba natataranta kasi akala nila dapat nasa US na sila, bago mag-apply yung K1 visa na binigay ni USEM, dapat nakapagkasal na sila ay naka-apply na sila ng adjustment of status. No, hindi po siya ganyan. Yung K1 visa is ticket mo siya. Dapat before mag-expire, nasa US ka na. And then, within 90 days, dapat nakapagpakasal ka na. So, after ng 90 days, or after ng kasal nyo, kahit saan, you can go ahead anytime. You can apply anytime your adjustment of status after nyo pong magpakasal. Either right away, or palipasin nyo muna yung 1 buwan, or palipasin nyo muna yung 2 buwan, ganyan, or patapusin nyo muna yung 90 days. So, depende na lang po talaga sa inyo kung kailan nyo po gustong mag-apply ng adjustment of status. Then again, after ng kasal po ninyo, no status na po tayo dito sa US. Ang pinanghahawakan na lang po natin na ID, valid ID, is yung passport po natin. Kasal tayo, yes, you may have your SSN, pero again, no status na po kayo. So, it depends kung kailan nyo po gustong mag-apply ng adjustment of status. Some people, hihintayin muna nila daw yung ilang buwan kasi magsisave pa sila kasi mahal din naman. Adjustment of status right now is at $1,440. Adjustment of status lang yan. Hindi pa po kasali ang employment authorization. If you're going to apply for employment authorization, that's another $260. So, yun po siya. It's just up to you kung kailan mo gustong mag-apply ng adjustment of status. Then again, the sooner, the better po. Para at least legal ka na dito. Especially right now na may bagong presidente na po, uupo na po yung bagong presidente, there's gonna be a lot of changes, you never know what's gonna happen, so mas mabuti na po na mag-apply na kayo ng adjustment of status right away. So, yun lang po. If you have any other questions about adjustment of status or about K1 visa, you can always leave a comment on this video or any of my video. Visit my channel again, Giant Jerry. Go to playlist. Find that album title, K1 Visa and AOS Step-by-Step Guide and Tips para po, nandyan na po lahat yung mga videos ko about K1 Visa, my personal experiences po about K1 Visa and adjustment of status. And if you have any question na hindi ko po nasagot sa mga video na yan, please leave a comment and I might do another question and answer na ganito po para ma-explain ko siya. So, thank you very much for asking this question. I hope nasagot ko kayo. And leave a comment. Please don't forget to like this video. And please don't forget to share this to anyone you know that is processing K1 visa right now. And or is about to process K1 visa and adjustment of status. And also, don't forget to subscribe para po ma-update kayo sa mga next upload ko, especially about K1 fiancé visa. My next video about K1 fiancé visa. I'll be sharing about the processing time for K1 visa, how to fill out Form I-129F, important reminders and requirements. So please stay tuned. Click subscribe now and then click the bell button para po ma-update kayo on my next upload. Thank you once again and see you in my next video. Bye!